Hey everyone, welcome back to another post-game live stream here on Celtics Digest. The Boston Celtics just got a nail-biting win tonight versus a depleted Memphis Grizzlies team. It should have not been that close, but the Celtics as a team come together in the fourth quarter and get it done. They beat the Memphis Grizzlies 102-100 off a game-sealing block by Kristaps Porzingis, who was fantastic for this Boston Celtics team. We'll be exploring how the Boston Celtics played in tonight's game. If you guys have any questions or comments revolving around the game or the team, make sure to leave them in the comments down below, and I'll get to them after the post-game breakdown. But it was a tremendous game from the Boston Celtics. Not the greatest offensive game from the team, as they did only shoot 45% from the field as a team as a whole, and they did get better in the fourth quarter. It was a slow start from three for the Boston Celtics, as they only had 38% percentage from hitting three-pointers tonight. They ultimately were very cold in the beginning. Besides Sam Hauser, the team was 4 for 5 before another Celtics player made it, and it was 1 for 11. From free throws, the Celtics had a lot of foul calls, as this was a very, very physical game between both teams. The Celtics attempted 25 free throws tonight and made 20 of them, finishing with 47 rebounds, 19 assists, 10 blocks, 6 of those being from Kristaps Porzingis. He was an absolute monster for the team, and finishing with 42 points in the paint. For the Boston Celtics, Kristaps Porzingis finished with 26 points, 8 rebounds. Obviously was impactful on both sides of the floor, having those 6 blocks, getting that game-sealing block on Zaire Williams at the end of the game. Drew Holiday was impactful on defense, and even though he did miss that dunk at the end of the game, he hit a big-time three for the Celtics at one point, finishing with 7 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists, doing whatever he needed to do. Jason Tatum did not have the greatest game offensively, did not take a lot of threes tonight, but he did finish with 20 points and 10 rebounds, commanding the game late in the fourth quarter like he usually does. Derek White finished with 10 points, 3 rebounds, and 3 assists. He was on both sides of the floor, playing grateful as well for the Boston Celtics. Sam Hauser, another impactful game for him on the Celtics bench. He finished with 15 points and was 5 for 6 from three-point range. If Sam Hauser can keep this up, he is going to be a force for this bench unit and is definitely the spark plug the Celtics need. Jaylen Brown, not the greatest offensive night, only finishing with 12 points, but was key on some big blocks and some big steals to lead in transition points for the Boston Celtics on defense, and was still a key contributor. Al Horford hit a big three for the Boston Celtics as well. Not the greatest on offense, but was solid on defense. Finished with 4 rebounds, 2 assists. Peyton Pritchard had 7 points as well. He had a solid game, finishing with 3 rebounds, 1 assist. He was looking better than he had in the past. And Neemias Queta finally got some minutes. Didn't score, but got 2 rebounds. The only problem that I will have to say about this Boston Celtics team tonight was the defense on the three-point range. It was very tough for the Celtics to guard guys like Desmond Bane and Santi Aldamada, as they were pure sharpshooters for this Memphis Grizzlies team that was very depleted tonight and was running a very big man lineup. The Boston Celtics went up against a big man lineup and were attacking the paint. Even though the Memphis Grizzlies allowed the most points from three-point range, the Grizzlies' main focus point was to play tough defense on the Boston Celtics at the three-point range. Therefore, the Boston Celtics were unable to score that much from three and be able to attempt a lot of threes early on in the first half. That's why their three-point percentage didn't really excel until late in the fourth quarter. The Memphis Grizzlies also were playing great defending the rim, having great shot blocking contests, and also not really fouling as much when the Celtics were attacking. The Celtics also had a lot of controversial calls that I think so. Some calls on Kristaps Porzingis that I did not agree on. A call that should have been a foul call on Bismack Biyombo on Jaylen Brown that was not called, in which resulted in Jaylen Brown getting a tech for getting mad at the referee. There were multiple instances where the Celtics had multiple foul calls on offense. They had 8 offensive foul calls. That was the most they had had since 2018, which is definitely not a good sign for the Boston Celtics. Ultimately, though, they still got the W, beating this depleted Memphis Grizzlies team, even though they did not play the greatest defense on the three-point line. They did defend the paint very well and stop the Memphis Grizzlies from attacking. It's just Desmond Bane and Santi Aldamada were just too lethal from three. The Celtics, when guarding the three, were getting set in a pick and weren't able to fight through the screen enough, or if they were able to to barely get through the screen, and the player did not think the center did not think the center would step up to play, and then he would just blow by the center. That happened to Neemias Queta a couple of times while he was out there, and it was sad to see. But ultimately, the Celtics get the best of the Memphis Grizzlies, securing this W and keeping this win streak alive. The Celtics are on a 6-game win streak, I believe, and they have a 3-game road win streak as they take on the Charlotte Hornets tomorrow, and we'll prepare for a big game versus them in this doubleheader. The Grizzlies came off a doubleheader versus San Antonio and put up a big fight versus this Boston Celtics team, but ultimately the Celtics just had too much firepower for this Memphis Grizzlies team late in the game, and it was just tough for them to respond. The Grizzlies just weren't really that great on offense scoring in the paint, while the Boston Celtics were easily scoring in the paint on the Memphis Grizzlies for most of the game. But as we prepare for the next game versus the Charlotte Hornets, let me know what you guys think of any comments or your concerns or comments in the comment section down below to discuss the Boston Celtics. We have a comment here from Alicia Lewis saying, had to fight so hard against the refs tonight. It's insane JB got fouled at least, I can't see, 5 times at the rim. I definitely agree as well. I think that call on Jaylen Brown on Bismack Biyombo was definitely a foul call, and he was definitely rightfully, he had the right to be concerned and mad that he did not get the foul call on him versus Bismack Biyombo. And I definitely agree. And I don't know if you were watching the NBC Sports Boston broadcast, but you could hear kind of in when he was saying to the ref, and he asked why he got the tech, and he said it was because he continued to keep clapping, and he told him to stop clapping. Therefore, I thought that was kind of funny. Jaylen Brown definitely deserved to be vocal and should have, voiced his concern for not getting that foul call, as it definitely was a foul on Bismack Biyombo. But I'm glad that the Celtics were able to get the best of him. Jaylen Brown had a big dunk in the first quarter as well, the first points of the game. It was a huge momentum switch for him as he got to attack the rim with ease on a big lineup. And I'm very excited to see Jaylen Brown succeed so far for the Boston Celtics. Not the greatest offensive night as well for him, but he was getting fouled a lot, and he did play solid for the Boston Celtics on defense. But that's what we're going to talk about for this live stream, a shorter live stream for tonight, breaking down the Celtics post-game live versus the Memphis Grizzlies. Unfortunately, no Marcus Smart for the Grizzlies as he is still out. But if you guys have not, if this is your first time checking out the channel, make sure to hit the subscribe button and join the Celtics Digest family, as we greatly appreciate it. We've been doing post-game lives after every Celtics game, win or loss. So if this is something that interests you, or this is your first time joining in, make sure to keep tuning into these live streams as we keep providing content here talking about the Boston Celtics. And we have more videos that we upload daily for you guys. So if you guys want to just make sure you guys stay on top of all Boston Celtics news, hit that subscribe button and we'll be breaking it down for you. Tomorrow we'll have another post-game live breaking down the game versus the Charlotte Hornets. Hopefully the Celtics can get another W and keep this win streak alive and still stay atop of the Eastern Conference, as I still think they are the team to be messed with in the NBA. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Like always, thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I'll catch you guys in the next